Hello everybody, this is the Lysol. I'm doing a video today on Places of Power Assault Battles. We're using my baby account, which is working on C right now, and I want to show you what you can do in the Places of Power with just the C requirements, all at about Gear 12. I do have a Relic 3 Darth Vader, so that should make it significantly easier. None of these guys, this one is all Sith, so if you're on an SLKR rush or something like that, you probably got First Order, you're able to do Challenge Tier 1 probably. But this is all Sith. We got a Relic 3 Darth Vader, a G12 Darth Maul, a G12 Count Dooku, a G12 Emperor Palpatine, and a G12 Sith Marauder. The only Zetas I've got are the Unique and Merciless Massacre on Vader. I have the lead on Maul, but we're not going to be using the Maul lead. So let's get started in here. So for Places of Power, we're on the Mythic tier here. I was able to cruise through tiers 1, 2, and the bonus tier. So this is going to be my first time trying this with these characters here. Let's give it a shot. We're using EP lead, Vader, Maul, Dooku, and Marauder. This should be pretty easy. We'll see how it works out. So they're all going to go first. They're significantly faster, but that's okay. The first tier is, or the first phase is pretty easy. There's nobody that's particularly scary here, so just take them out as quickly as you can. If you've got a Relic Vader, he should be able to crush through this pretty easily. You want to try and save your cooldowns from phase to phase. Go from, once you have the phase about halfway done, you want to just go into basics for the most part, unless there's something scary going on. These, the Guardians and the Guards, I think, are the tanky ones. The Consulars are the healers. And, what are these guys? The Sentinels, they go under stealth as soon as you hit them. When you get to a phase that has a real deal Jedi leader, they'll have this above their heads, high morale. It grants all of their teammates high morale, which just gives them defense, health, offense, and speed. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely helpful. So if you take out the leader first, it clears high morale from them and then puts a debuff on them. We'll see it here in a second. That lasts 2 turns, I believe. That lowers their max health and defense, offense, and speed. Alright, so what is this debuff? Low morale. So it brings them down, actually. So they do a 50% swing from the high morale to the low morale. Now, this doesn't last a long time, so sometimes it might be easier to wait until some of these guys are a little lower in health to do the to kill the leader, so that way you can just kind of plow through them as you go. All right, see, so there's no leader here, no morale. I usually go after the healers first, just because they tend to have the lowest HP, and generally my strategy in things like this is to just lower their overall DPS as quickly as I can. So, I'd rather fight 4-on-5 than 5-on-5 if I can avoid it. These guys will just go under stealth every time you hit them. But they're not super tanky, so if you can get like a shock on them or an ability or a buff immunity, you can get them down pretty quickly. And I'm just going to take this one out here. The nice thing about Merciless Massacre is if you have the no escape Zeta, Merciless Massacre will clear the stealth for you. So you can just drop the stealth off of all of them and go down the line. Alright, this is a kind of a tougher one, because this 5s is generally pretty tanky. I tend to just go after Jedi Knight Anakin right away. He does a lot of damage, he inflicts healing immunity, it's pretty rough. Alright, we got an aerial assault that didn't do anything. And then, there we go, we got low morale now. Let's try and get some dazes on everybody. Maybe a stun or two? Alright, we'll take that. 5s here is especially tanky. I usually save 5s for last because he's just a pain in the ass, and I can just auto-basic it from when it's just him left. Alright, let's go after Consular. There's nobody worth healing, so he's just gonna do basics anyway. Oh, I got a cat coming my way. I probably should have just basicked, but it's fine. And then we'll just basic it out until the next phase. So we're about halfway done with this. This is a pretty easy phase as well. I'm a Gun Die is not especially difficult. These two dudes got their, the Guardians have their AoEs, but they don't do a hell of a lot of damage. And this guy's pretty, he's not very tanky. So let's just get an AoE on him. Let's just kill him. There we go. Now there's no damage to speak of. We can just auto-basic this for a minute. The nice thing about this particular team setup is there's a lot of stuns. It prevents you from taking a ton of damage. You've got shock on the basic from EP and on the special from Dooku, so you're preventing them from gaining buffs. So it can keep the stealth guys from going stealth. Alright, I gotta do that there. Hey! Stop that. The cat's eating a bag there. This is an easy phase also. These dudes, the temple guards, they're tanky, but they don't do a lot of damage. So I usually just go after Kit Fisto here. Kill him outright. Alright, we got a bunch of dots on all of them, and now we'll just basic it out from here. We're not going to have a whole lot of difficulty here. Alright. They're probably going to go first. Oh. Nope, I went first. Another easy one. Not a lot of damage on this. I mean, there's the two Sentinels and Plo Koon. On my other account when I was doing this with First Order, I've been taking out Plo Koon first. Just because he's got an AoE and he's got the turn meter. Let's see if this will do it. Oh, not quite. But that's okay. Bring him down a little bit. Let's get some ability blocks. There we go. So, Vader's basic is guaranteed to ability block a Jedi enemy. So if you keep ability blocks down on Barriss and Luminara, you'll be able to prevent them from healing. Alright, and we've got a shock on him, so he's not going under stealth when we hit him. Although it didn't matter, he was the last one. Alright, this is the tough one here. Because every time you critical hit, GK is going to pick up a taunt. Now, I don't think that they reworked Mace in here with his new kit, so I think he's not going to be doing his fake taunt, whatever that is. But you got to watch out for GMY. He hits hard, he can stun, he does an AoE, he spreads, what do you call it, Foresight. He's kind of a pain, and you got Tenacity up on everybody. Alright, let's... No shock there. Alright, EP's dead now. So I'm going to have some difficulty here. Although, the Tenacities have dropped down, so I can probably Merciless these guys. Alright, and we're getting the guaranteed ability blocks, which is nice. Let's see if this will kill him. Not quite, but this ought to. There we go. Alright, let's go after Qui-Gon. Maybe get a stun? Nope. I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to lose another one or two of these guys, and then Vader's going to carry the day for me. Being Relic against these G12 characters is kind of unfair. Oh, I didn't land anything. They had all the Tenacity up. Alright, we got a shock on him. I'm going to go after GMY now because I want to get that low morale going on these guys. And now that I've got their protection pretty much done, I shouldn't have an issue. Let's see. Alright. We got low morale going, and we should be able to just crush right through it now. Alright, and just like that, with G12 Sith that I'm just using for my C requirements, I'm able to beat the Mythic tier without really any trouble at all. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.